Okay, guys. So unfortunately, that's a member of my community, the woman that's handicapped. I wanted to hear you an example. I overheard a conversation. He would try to teach. They would use even the handicapped to teach their ideology of bigotry. Okay. All right. And he said that he would try to molest this woman as well if he could get away with it. Only if he could get away with it. Okay. All right. She would not allow it, as what I heard. She considers him a very unattractive male. Okay. You have to understand, you got to forgive people, man. I can never take advantage of them. I can help take care of them, though. The innocence of them, it's like children. I love kids, so I could never harm them, man. You know, I can never see myself harming them. It's like harming a child or molesting a child, you know, particularly. You got to forgive people, man. That shit is crazy as hell. He's the caregiver, but he ain't a good caregiver. They used to do this at Birchwood Mall all the time. I just wanted to do this real quick, okay? They used to do this at Birchwood Mall all the time, okay? And this shit is crazy. They used to, the handicapped people would come into the community, well, not community, to the mall, and they would use them, and they would have them saying racist things, and they would have them regurgitating what they're saying without the comprehension of, you know, what it truly meant. And I forgave them, and I just looked at them and said, you guys ain't shit, man. Why are you telling them to speak those kinds of things? They would come in there with the kids and stuff, and then they would use, particularly the kids that were biracial, okay, to say derogatory slurs and things of that nature. And there were, a few times there were members of our community, but particularly it seemed like they would target them. Because, you know, them being half white and stuff like that, and getting inside their heads, and, you know, the children, white kids as well, and do these things. The shit was so crazy. You gotta forgive people, man. So the thing is, if you put yourself in a position, okay, you put yourself in a position where, you know, you're willing to do that to someone like that. I mean, how sick do you have to be? Okay. So I just want to make it short like that. It's going to be a real short. Okay. The crazy thing is about this situation, man. You have to understand. There's some people in this world that are just very bad people. Very bad people. And you have to understand. I'm not trying to maliciously record anyone. Okay. I don't like to do that. I want to feel safe in my community. How are we going to do that? This is my community, right? I said I don't feel safe around my little wee-wees, allegedly. And I said, I don't have that issue. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is my community, man. You know, I'm sorry that you do. We take a time, okay, according to the Lord. You know, we try to protect people and do the right thing, according to the Holy Spirit. This is the license plate number of the individual that said these things. And this is supposed to be a caregiver of the disenfranchised community. You know how many of those people get taken advantage of? They can't speak up for themselves. It's not okay. Okay. All right. Now, a lot of these people, when I was in the mall, said they would do the same thing if they can get away with it. Okay. Fortunately, the child with the red hood said, we don't want your little wee-wee, and he's talking about his father. Oftentimes, they do these things. And you just walk past. I don't want any confrontation. You know, no confrontation, man. See, I just walking past. But the harassment is so deep with just me walking past and it not even being about them. Why? Because they're of the community where they have little stock. You see, am I really causing an issue? Am I maliciously recording? Am I really? No. So that's why they say little wee-wees, because they actually have them. You see how confident, relaxed I am and poised? So when we go to court, you know, You gotta understand. You gotta forgive people, man. You gotta forgive, man. But this is how aggressive they are. Okay? And he pulling off now. He making means of escape. The great escape. Oh, look at him. That's a nice car. Ooh. Ain't moving fast enough, brother. You ain't moving fast enough. 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 Okay, so I pray may the Lord protect that that young girl. Okay, she's not a child. I don't want to disrespect her. You want to be careful. You want to respect their rights as adults. Okay, they have caregivers, but I could really work with them. I would love to do that shit. I really would have the patience. But at this point in time, because of my life, it took a different turn. Particularly a lot of opportunities that I would have, not saying I don't have them anymore, but I have to be more realistic when it comes to my time and measure my decisions based off of the time that I have left on this earth. I don't have much time. Okay, so it is what it is, man. You got to forgive people, man. A lot of evil takes place in this world, man, but you have a decision whether or not you want to be a part of the light of the darkness of it, this world. Okay, so you just got to forgive, man. But like I say, nothing personal, just business. Standing 10 toes down on business. Standing on the rock of the cornerstone that the biggest have refused, that of my father's business, that of which of course I will never divorce. It just really disturbs me to have people that would really do that to someone like that. I mean, to do that to a child. I mean, when it comes to their mind, particularly, I would respect them as adults. They have bodies of adults, but they are like children. They'd be considered like children. Especially if you gotta wipe them and stuff, you know, they're having a hard time doing that. A lot of motherfuckers that are grown have a hard time doing that shit too. So I can't really go there particularly, you know, but what I'm saying is, you know, they have a caregiver, you know, so it's a different story. Gotta understand, man. I have nothing to get. But like I say, some of the shit they say off camera, even on camera, is quite insidiously disturbing. all right. So, I mean, it's just crazy, man. Let me tell you something. Every person that's got out this car that you see right now, which is crazy as hell, are people that were sitting up there talking about having little wee-wees. Okay, or accused me of such thing. Really, they were reflecting and speaking upon the men of their communities and the women sexually frustrated, and also stating that they actually fake orgasms. I talked to a Caucasian woman. They kept telling me this. They said, well, you know, and I said, well, why do you keep telling me these things? I really don't want to hear about your sex life. I mean, I said, and then I just straight up asked them because they're so open about it. I said, because, you know, I ain't trying to get accused of sexual harassment or anything. I said, well, you harassing me, so fuck. I might as well ask the fucking question. I said, shit, I'm going to get something out of this. Damn. I said, shit, I ain't getting no sex out of this shit. So I said, well, you know, you suck my dick. You can't get my dick up, you know. So I just want to know, from an intellectual perspective, why do you fake your orgasm? She said, I don't know why. And a lot of them said, well, you know, I can't find anybody else, you know, stuff like that. But like I say, it is what it is. So it is what it is. Like, look, I've been harassed, and I was supposed to be gone for a while now, but they keep harassing me, so I just make fucking video. But some shit that people say should not say it, because then you get put in the limelight, and I just felt the need to protect that woman. Okay, because it's a woman in body, but mind, not so much. Now, I would be very respectful and tell them that if they ask and say, well, look, you know, situations, certain things you could do, you know, particularly, I would say she's a woman, but at the end of the day, I said people will take advantage of you in your position. If you're walking around with, you know, a caregiver, they have to hold your hand. Okay, you know, you have to understand. They're not in a relationship. You can usually tell just by someone's body language and things of that nature. You can tell. Okay, even she said, you know, sexualized. You want your little wee-wees because they got little dicks. See how commonplace I am? You see this? The camera's all around. Every person that's come to this, because I've been here all night, has harassed me. Every person that you see on the camera. And I wanted to make a point, and this is the shit I have to deal with, you know. This is a fucking joke. This is why I don't believe in living in white spaces. This is what I have to deal with, because they're all fucking bigots. Okay. Alright. By their association with that little dick shit, and, you know, particularly I built this whole case based off of their small penises, pretty much. Most particularly the love of Jesus Christ and things of that nature. And they're lying, slander, and defamation, right? So you're pretty much justifying your actions, saying, well, because you got a little dick, based off the reality of us really having the little dicks, based off of the projection of our insecurities, based off of the actuality of us in reality having the small penis problem, and particularly the men of our community. And I said, well, look, if I have this issue, but I've built this case and things of that nature, I'm not walking around here having nervous breakdowns, particularly about the size of my penis in comparison to other men. I don't really believe in living comparatively. I believe in living in every moment and appreciating it according to the Most High Yah. Clearly you do not. Clearly you believe in living every moment and being a little dick bigot, or a little dick degenerate bigot in regards to, you know, the harassments, the constant relishing and causing pain as a sexual sadist, and deriving sexual gratification from harassing me, and stating, we don't know how to slay your little wee-wees. And I said, well, they've already been slayed in retaliation in response to the exposure of me revealing that you actually have the little dicks. So they already been slayed. Let me tell you how many times I say that shit. It's actually quite pathetic and sad. Women like this say, nah, nobody wants to eat your ass. See, they've been saying that shit for a minute. They train their kids in the fundamentals of dark dick. This is what they do, man. They sexualize their children. I had children saying things like this: hey, mommy, I'm the height of his pelvic bowl. I'm the height of his dick. Okay, so what she try to say? That she can stand up straight and just suck my dick. She doesn't even have to get on her knees. I mean, why would I make up some shit like this? So these kids are being sexualized. Hey, mommy. One suck his dick. When you have young boys saying this shit, it's not funny, but it's funny since, like, I'm not into that. I said, no. I had chances of a lot of women to do this to me when I was younger. My Tanya's friend wanted to do it to me. I said no. I just didn't let it happen. Okay? Alright. John's sister wanted to do it to me in the closet. I said, fuck that. No. You know. I mean, she playing the game. No, she want to suck some dick. It's because she was sexualized by John, and, you know, all the porn that he was watching shit. You know, and I'm like, okay, well, this is just a young girl. Yo, shit, I just walked away. I said, hell no. She got on her knees and shit, you know, and I'm like, no, it's not. We're not playing. No, we're not doing this. And so eventually, John accused me of, like, talking about his sister's developing breasts, and it was actually Jeremy Consuelo's. And so we got into it, and that's how we fell out. He put his hands on me, and it didn't end well for him. I knocked him off of me, you know, and I cut him off. Alright. He tried to check me about that shit, man. I said, bitch. But then later on in life, he got accused of trying to fuck his sister. He got sent away for some time. She's crazy as hell. Then Lee actually ended up getting with her. She's like ninth grade, got with a 32-year-old man or some shit, had a kid. I don't know how she doing now, but now hopefully she doing okay. I mean, shit, she shouldn't have allowed herself to be taken advantage of like that. But you got a lot of pedophiles around here. Okay, you about 15, you know, 32 years old. That's a huge difference. Huge difference. I'm just saying. So I try not to make this about me. But, you know, when it comes to, you know, it's not just about me. Whoever this can help and affect, I hope it affects them in a positive way and let you know that, you know, you are beautiful in the sight of the Lord. And you don't have to allow older men, both boys and girls, okay? You don't have to allow older men. You don't have to do that. Just because they're older than you doesn't mean you have to listen to them, all right? Or it doesn't mean they are your authority figure, okay? I mean, you gotta be careful, stranger danger, man. Don't let them do that to you, all right? So I don't believe in that shit. Take advantage of people like that shit, man. I mean, I had opportunities. A few women. I was coming up, 15 years old, a few years younger than me. That's still weird, man. I said, nah, man. You like a fucking baby, man. What you? And these kids get so hypersexualized by television and shit. And then a lot of these kids get touched or something like that. Like, you know, no disrespect, but, you know, Lee as a young girl, it was crazy as hell from what I heard, man. Like, I had to stop. I mean, the shit was crazy as hell. You know, after that shit accusing me, but he would sit, from what I heard, Lee would sit on John Brocket's lap, and he would sit up to be watching porn and shit. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? So she knew about all this shit, you know, and like, damn, hell no. But they said that John Brockett is like their king. So John Brockett is the king. They said they want one king. I said John Brockett is the king. You know, I said John Brockett's the king. They said, yeah, we could really relate to him. I said, yeah, he's big heavy set brother. You know, motherfucker look like a pedophile. I'm not trying to be funny. It is what it is. But hey, I forgave him. I just don't deal with the motherfucker. I said, nah, man, you accused me some shit like that. What done? I mean, done, son. Like these motherfuckers accuse me some dumb shit like that, being a pedophile, when they're actually the pedophiles. I said, nah, I gotta cut you off, man. You fucking crazy as hell. So it is what it is, but nothing personal, just business. You know, setting 10 toes down on business, standing on the rock of the cornerstone, that's the biggest ever fused. That is my father's business, that of which, of course, I'll never divorce and give me liberty or give me death as an indigenous American. You know, grabbing my dick until my last breath. You know what I'm saying? And this is Esam the lowly Jew, wild man and born of a harlot true. And I approve this message brought to you. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Mazel tov.